Okay, we have Ed Slott joining us now, the CEO of Ed Slott & Company, and also an author of The Retirement Savings Time Bomb and How to Defuse It. Thank you for coming on.
Glad to be here.
You know, as we're talking about the economy and where we've gone since 2008, one of the disturbing trends that we've seen is unemployment super high. Long-term unemployment, that is an even worse statistic. If you look at the numbers, for those aged 55 and up, we're at 56 weeks. That's the average unemployment. It's 19 weeks longer than those under the age of 55. These are the pre-retirees. These are the ones about to retire, and they're looking at their nest egg, and, well, it doesn't look so good.
Right. They have to play catch-up.
Right. How do you do
that? You can't create money, but obviously...
Really? You can't? I thought Washington
That
could.
might be a different show. I don't know. But obviously you have to have a source of income, hopefully from a job. And if you do in your 50s, normally people in their 50s, even 60s, are in their highest earning years, and that's something they can take advantage of. And the tax law helps you take advantage of by allowing catch-up contributions. But the bottom line is...
So can we just, for people who are in their 50s, what are those catch-up contributions that you can make? What is allowed right now?
Well, you can put more in. For a 401k, you can put $5,500 if you're age 50 or over. For an IRA, $1,000. But extra over the normal limits.
And you say everybody should take advantage of that?
Who can afford it. So if you have the money, you have to start spending less and saving more.
Well, that seems easy.
Right,
No.
It's easy to say, but if you don't start, every day you delay, it's going to get harder. So you have to start creating a plan, looking at what you have, what your potential future sources of retirement income might be, 401ks, Social Security, how much tax are you going to pay? You should also be looking at trying to pay down some debt. The last thing you need in retirement is more debt, and don't take on new debt. And then start saving, maxing out everywhere you can, especially in Roth IRAs or Roth 401ks at work, because that's tax-free. And the more tax-free money you can create, the more money you'll have in retirement, because it won't be eroded by taxes.
Right. And often when you're making these contributions, you don't really realize it. And you could surprise yourself at the end of the year when you check your 401k, and you're like, oh,
that goes back to pay yourself first. Take it right off the top so you don't even see it.
Right.
Also convert to Roth IRAs. Now that takes money, but if you have a little extra income...
Can you explain that? How
you take an IRA and you turn it into a Roth IRA, but you pay tax on the amount you convert. So it costs some money now, but you're building a tax-free reserve fund for retirement, so you'll have more in retirement.
So Roths, you pay the taxes up front?
Right.
And a traditional, you pay when you
take it out.
At 65. Do you see the government raising these ages as the workforce gets older?
You mean for catch-up contributions?
No, for when you're allowed to take out of your investments.
Well, you can take out for the Roth IRA, one of the great things. You can take the money out in retirement. You basically just have to have 5 years of 59 and 59 and a half.
You don't see that going up, though, is what I'm saying, as the workforce
I think the government is encouraging people to put more money into these things and have more tax-free money. That's why they created the Roth.
Right.
And if you do that, even if you're age 50, the power of compounding is amazing. If you put $6,500 in a Roth, which somebody age 50 and over can do if they have the earnings, in 20 years, just compounded at 6%, that's over $250,000 tax-free. So you can spend every dime of it at age 70. So it does add up if you get into a system.
So then the easy and the obvious question would be, how come not everyone can scramble $6,500 a year to put into a wonderful account like that?
Because other things get in the way. They don't take it out and save it first. You have to save first, because if you don't put money in, there won't be anything there later.
Right. Well, I'm not in my 50s. I used to contribute to an IRA account every year, and I have in the past couple of years.
You should be contributing to a Roth.
I have, and I don't now, because I always say, what if I buy a house? I want as much cash as possible.
Yeah, but you can always see, here's the great thing people don't understand about Roth IRAs. The contributions you make can be withdrawn at any time, for any reason, tax and penalty free.
Oh, well, you just convinced me.
Okay.
I should know that as a business
Why would you
reporter.
put money in a Roth if you need it for something? Hopefully not. You want it for retirement. But if you did need it, there's a great source of tax-free income.
Look at that. And it's up for someone in their 30s, it's up to how much?
Well, you can put in 5,500
yeah.
if you're 50 or over, another 1,000. So that's where I got the 6,500.
Right.
And if you just do that religiously, if you start earlier, and that's why I wrote my book called Fund Your Future for people in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah, you gave me the book.
Yeah, it's called Fund Your Future because these principles rely on time, and the greatest money-making asset anyone can possess is time, and young people have more of it, so you should capitalize on it.
I have a feeling you're not going to answer this question.
What?
But I'm going to still ask it
All
to
right.
you. How much money do you need in retirement?
I don't know. It depends on each person. That's a good question. You know, you don't have to live big. That's the thing. You know, you don't have to live big, and that's one of the secrets to a happy and a financially secure retirement.
Okay. $1 million?
Probably at least. It depends when you retire. You may be able to continue working, but I wouldn't even count on that. Half the people that say they're going to work till they die,
they don't.
It doesn't happen. You have disability, illness, you might get laid off. But that is part of a plan too.
Speaking of illness, that takes a huge chunk out of savings.
Well, that's why you have to have your plan protected against life. Catastrophes. That's why you should have disability insurance, life insurance, homeowners insurance, for example, flood insurance. What happened with Hurricane Sandy last year? A lot of people were underinsured. You're building up a valuable asset. You have to insure these things because they can have a dramatic impact on what's left for retirement if these things happen. You also want to take some of the stock market risk out of your retirement funds.
Yeah, how can you talk about that? I mean, the stock market's going gangbusters this year, fine, but we all saw what happened 5 years ago.
Right, right. And nobody's going to bail you out like the banks got bailed out 5 years ago. So you're on your own. It's a new economy. I call a yo-yo economy. Y-O-Y-O. You're on your own. You're going to have to take charge of this yourself and guarantee some income. So maybe moving some of your retirement funds out of the stock market into things like annuities or life insurance that have guaranteed sources of cash or income, or even combine some of the things I said, like a Roth IRA. You could have annuities in a Roth IRA, not only have guaranteed income for life, but guaranteed tax-free income for life in a Roth IRA.
Thank you so much.
Good.
That was
Great to be here.
Good. Thank you for all of the tips. You are an IRA expert. We appreciate your advice. Your website is up on the screen. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you back.